Dear listener, welcome. Liam's got a great episode for you today. But first, I want to remind you that whether you're on-premise, hybrid or in the cloud, RCS gives broadcasters the tools and support to create, schedule, manage and deliver content with confidence. RCS is the trusted leader for audio professionals.
Today on the Quarter Hour, same interview with multiple stations all having the exact same ingredients. So who won the battle? Let's find out. Hi and welcome to the Quarter Hour. I'm Liam Renton and today we take a look at how a stack of stations all served up the exact same interview on last week's shows. It's a brilliant analogy given to us by the very talented Triana Butler, who coined the phrase on the Game Changers podcast, the Iron Chef radio moments, when every radio station is given the exact same ingredients. We'll let Triana explain.
I always describe it as being like Iron Chef radio. So I don't know if you've ever seen that TV show Iron Chef, but basically they have a bunch of different chefs. There's like the Chinese chef and the Japanese chef and the Italian chef and whoever it is. And they get given this mystery ingredient and they're like, surprise, off you go make something with it. And, you know, each of the chefs has a different cooking style and everyone's got a different preference of cuisine and a flavor palette and a way that they would approach it. And they've got to go away and make something with this and then bring it back and really wow the judges. I kind of liken it to that. Like everybody's got this same ingredient sitting in the middle. Everyone's got this same thing that everyone's got to work with. And it's like, okay, take that. How are you going to take that and change it and adapt it and make it relevant to you and to your own style, but also make sure that your audience is going to love it as well.
Thank you, Triana Butler, for giving us one of the greatest terms of recent years, the Iron Chef radio moments. It's what they do with the ingredients that sets them apart on their show and who the real Iron Chefs of radio really are. So one of Australia's favourite bands, Bachelor Girl, were on offer last week. They have a brand new album out, a stack of their mega hits all done as new and reworked versions, with some of Australia's most well-known singers adding their vocals to the tracks, from Jessica Malboy, Delta Goodrem, Guy Sebastian and Jack Jones from Southern Sons, all reworking some major songs that have had lots of airplay over the past 25 years. So the band were on offer and they said they'd even sing. So how did the different stations serve them up? Let's find out. Gold FM played it straight and served up a Bachelor Girl classic sung live.
I walked under a bus, got hit by a train, keep falling in love, which is kind of the same. I'm sunk out at sea, crashed my car, gone insane, and it felt so good. I walked under a bus, I got hit by a train, and it felt so good. I wanna do that again.
Well done, guys. It's hard to get bands to do any live performances in studio these days, but they even dragged in their keyboard and they were happy to play, which was a great tactic from the band. Nice work, sounding great. Over at KISS, they got a world first. They played an old favourite, but with a new reworked melody that had never been heard before on Australian radio. So they gave us a new version.
Sunk out at sea, crashed my car, gone insane. It felt so good, I wanna do it again.
Did you ever get over performing that track?
I'll tell you something, we just reimagined that version live first for you, Kiss, because that's the first time we've done the shuffle.
Exclusive.
The shuffle, and you couldn't tell, of course. So
I think that sounds better than the original
stop
recording.
it. Go on, stop
Is
it.
Yeah.
Delta Goodrem, is she
Yes.
going to be on Buses and Trains?
She is
Yep.
on that version. Delta is just on fire right now. So,
So-
we're pretty chuffed she's on this record.
So KISS's Iron Chef moment was a world first. While at Triple MWA, they got a scoop. New intel no other station knew about.
Yes, we are coming your way. We have a lot of family in Western Australia, so any chance to get over there. I've got that many cousins. James's in-laws are in Western Australia. Is that why you never want to go there?
I'll get in trouble if I don't do a gig in Perth. My mother-in-law will be angry, so I'll have to go.
Their Iron Chef moment was an exclusive, information the rest of us didn't know about. But over at Nova, it's hard to go past this Iron Chef moment when Rikki Lee added her exceptional talent to create a unique radio first. A Bachelor Girl Rikki Lee duet, the collab we've been waiting for but never knew we needed.
It felt so good. Go, Ricky, let's go. Hey, Mom, since we're talking, what was it like when you still the same. A man can kill and still be the sweetest fun. And I walked under rivers, I got hit by a train, keep falling in love, which is kind of the same. I've sunk out at sea, crashed my car, gone insane. It felt so good, I wanna do it again. I walked under rivers, I got hit by a train. It felt so good, I wanna do it again.
So how hard is it to be creative? Less staff these days, time pressures, you only get the artist for a couple of minutes. Is it worth your effort to do something different and stand out? Oh, of course it is. But this isn't the first time we've seen stations serve up a bevy of ingredients from Bachelor Girl. The last time Bachelor Girl did the rounds, Kiss 97.3 Brisbane rolled out one of their benchmark segments that always seemed to impress any band or solo artist. The concept was simple and borrowed in part from Jimmy Fallon's segment where he got a list of A-grade singers to sing their biggest hit while his band, The Roots, played on nothing but kids' toy instruments. Remember that? It went viral online. 97.3 had a gun producer, Brett Johnson, who was always walking the hallways with a ukulele in his hands, and he could literally play any tune. So how would the big singing celebs react when they were pitched live on air? Can you sing your biggest hit accompanied by nothing but a ukulele? They called it You Can Do It.
So this Bachelor Girl, buses and trains on You Can Do It.
1, 2, 3.
So I walked under a bus, I got hit by a train, keep falling in love, which is kinda the same. I'm sunk out at sea, crashed my car, gone insane, and it felt so good, I wanna do it again.
Brett Johnson joins us right now to tell us more. Hey Brett, why were you always walking the hallways with a ukulele? Why do you have a uke at work?
I went looking for a smaller guitar because we used to go out on our boat quite a bit, and the guy at the shop talked me into buying a ukulele. It was a game changer. It was really good to play, lots of fun, and it's so small and compact. I'd have it in the car, pull up at the lights and start playing. I just carry it around with me everywhere I went. So it was an easy thing that you could almost stick in your back pocket and play a tune wherever you were.
When it was pitched to you, can you play some of the world's biggest pop hits on that thing? What did you think?
It didn't faze me too much because I knew that if the guys were into it, then I was certainly going to be into it. And I knew all the tunes, all the songs that they were going to be playing. So it was just a quick prep for me, was just listening to the song again and going, okay, that's how it goes, and jumping in the studio and doing it.
What does it say about shows that lean in on other talents that other people in the building may have, a la a producer that can play any pop song in the world?
Well, it was their luck, I guess. and lucky for me, too, because I got to play with some of the biggest names who came to town, which was, you know, if I can drop a few names, Rob Thomas, Amy Sharp, John Stevens, Shepherd, the Veronicas, Vance Joy, Dean Lewis, and the list goes on. I mean, Missy Higgins, Adam Thompson, Dami M, Ricky Lee. And for me, it was like I got to play with all these huge names, but it also provided really good radio content for the Brekkie Show.
Were you ever nervous that you'd stuff it up live on the radio?
Not really, because it was a bit of fun. It was, you know, if we did stuff it up, I knew we could just start it again anyhow, and it would probably make for really good content. Luckily, I knew all the songs, so it was just a case of getting in, having some fun.
Was it a fun way to dish up the same old content? All of a sudden, you've got these big names, Rob Thomas, who's confronted with a guy he's never met with ukulele. Like, what was their reaction like?
Well, we sprung it on them. So they didn't know what was going on. They just saw me sitting in the corner of the studio, and I'd usually have my ukulele sort of hidden by the lounge or something, and they would just spring it on them, almost to a point where they couldn't say no. I mean, I knew they could do what they could do. They didn't know what I could do, and they were quite surprised when I played the uke more like a guitar and got a really good sound out of it. And, yeah, we always had a lot of fun. And the amount of big artists that threatened to take me on tour with them was just mind-boggling and you know, very humbling to me. But unfortunately, they didn't, and I had to continue my career in radio.
What value do you reckon it added to the Brekkie Show, doing something different, you know, out of the box?
I think it was really good content, and we didn't do it sort of every week. So we only did it when those big artists came to town, and it really added to the interview at the end we would spring this on them, and it made the interview a lot more entertaining for the listener, knowing that they're going to get some musical entertainment and, you know, hear their favourite artists sing.
It's very easy for shows just to do a ho-hum interview. Why do you reckon it's important to do something creative and think outside the box?
I think it's really good for the listener and really good for the artist who's being interviewed, because I'm sure they just get the same old questions thrown at them day after day. They're sitting in the studio or they're going to radio stations getting interviewed by, you know, various brekkie shows. And it's always the same old stuff. You know, what do you think of the new song? How do you think it's going to go? The same questions thrown at them. This was always a little bit different, a little bit fun, and everyone had a really good time.
Before we let you go, let's go behind the scenes. Did every band love it?
They did. Surprisingly, everyone had a really good time. We did Rob Thomas and did a song with Rob Thomas. We did Smooth. And our EP was sort of pushing for another one. He was saying, why don't we do one more? Well, you know, if we do one more, then we've got it. And Rob Thomas sort of looked over at him sternly and said, mate, we've got it. Put him in his place.
Too funny. Brett, it's such a good idea. Thank you for taking us behind the scenes and explaining to us an excellent way to serve up the same ingredients. We love You Can Do It. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Great to chat.
We'll wrap it up next. Don't go anywhere.
Any excuse for Liam to play 90s music, really. Hey, great technology is only as powerful as the people using it. RCS Academy offers self-paced online training and certification across Zeta, G-Selector and Acquirer. And whether you're developing new skills, training your team, or looking to get more from your RCS products, RCS Academy provides practical, industry-focused learning that you can complete at your own pace. To learn more, contact RCS today.
So well done to all the stations for serving up something different, but we think this battle was won by Nova with the talents of Rikki Lee. It's hard to beat. She's warm, she's enthusiastic, she's energetic, she's talented, she's keen to play, and she'll do almost anything that others can't, which is harmonise along with these singers. Well done, everyone. We look forward to the next time we have served up another Iron Chef radio moment for review right here on the Quarter Hour.